Dead of Night by Zoey Bankston. The moon shone high beyond the storm clouds as I made my way down the dirt road lit only by my headlights. It wasn't a pleasant drive, but I did enjoy how quiet it was. The locals tend to avoid it, so there wasn't much need to pay attention. The neighbors warned me off over some superstition, though I imagined their truck was just rusted down so much that bouncing the gravel through the crusty old path would tear it apart. And that might have been advice I should have listened to myself, though. As my own wagon sputtered and coughed as it pulled me along through the rough terrain. I pulled to the side and took out a light from the glove box to perform a quick checkup on the old gal, just to make sure nothing dropped loose in all the rattling on the drive. Sure enough, couldn't find anything out of place. She must have just been throwing a fit having to haul me down to the office so late. I tried to turn her on again, but nothing. I almost gave in to having to walk back the whole way home, but I saw a path heading off from the road stretching into the woods just ahead. Must have been all part of the Lord's plan for me, I thought. I didn't know anyone had been living down that part of town, but if I'd be good enough, maybe they'd be willing to look at my ride, or at least offer me to stay for the night so I could ring a mechanic in the morning. I started down the trail, though it must have been a good half mile before I found anything of use. Stumbled across an old farmhouse in the middle of the clearing. Must have been built way back. Maybe one of the first with them pioneers settled town back 100 years. No one painted houses white like this anymore. I carefully walked onto the porch. The wood there was rotten as the meat that made old Shep sick for days that one year. Less bugs in the wood, so. I tried knocking, but I guess the latch broke off a long time back because the door just swung right open. I tried calling out to see if anyone was home.
Hello?
But there weren't no answer. I could hear something moving around back, so I thought I'd check to see if someone was tending the animals or whatnot.
Hey!
Out back looked as if a tornado had swept through. The fences were busted up and the tractor was flipped and beaten. Kept looking for that noise, but it started sounding more like a snarl. Now I heard wolves, and there weren't no wolf. So I shone my light around until I came across eyes gaping with more than wrath than the devil himself. By the size you'd think a cow learned to walk like the rancher. But that weren't no man nor beast. It looked to be chewing on something. Someone. But that didn't matter. Once it saw me, it dropped on all fours and just took charging at me. I didn't think. I just dropped my light and ran back to my gal. I ran fast as my legs could carry me. Stumbled a few times, but kept booking it all the way to that wagon, with that beastly growl still behind me coming to claim my soul. Didn't even think to remember why I left her in the first place. I just jumped in, fumbled my keys out of my jacket. The old gal must have been just as frightened, because she roared to life and carried us so fast her little wheels could take us. Now I don't take that road no more, and I'd advise you do the same. Like my neighbors have always warned me, their road don't like no cars, and the neighbors there don't take too kindly to visitors.